welcome to Network. My name is Spumelele Zondi with your technology and social media news. We hope you are indoors and keeping safe where you are and going outside if you really have to. It is SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. News Network at sabc.co.za on email. This week, our Twitter poll is asking you what your favorite social network is. We've heard that TikTok is selling and they could be selling to Microsoft. We've also heard that TikTok has also accused Facebook of plagiarism. Results of that are coming up later in the program. But firstly, here's what's coming up tonight. We look at how automation can help in the fight against COVID-19. We have details on the new Samsung Galaxy Note 20. And in our conversation, we go to Zimbabwe and look at hashtags over there and what happens once hashtags are off social media. Machines are believed to be a tool that could help in limiting the spread of COVID-19 as they can assist healthcare professionals not meet up with patients as much as they have to nowadays. Here's producer Sandile Hlangani.
Many industries have opened with individuals returning to some degree of normality. Airports around the world are opening for domestic travel, and many businesses are slowly opening their doors to customers once again. At the same time, hospitals around the country are preparing for spikes in COVID-19. Amidst this looms a great deal of uncertainty around safety relating to the contraction of COVID-19. To assist in mitigating this uncertainty and to provide a high level of protection against COVID-19, a South African company says it has brought the most advanced robot to Africa.
Well, I think today, particularly, Sandile, we're struggling at the moment with a pandemic and an outbreak. Not just the surfaces, but also the air. We're finding nowadays that there's a lot of studies that are actually documenting the aerosolization, they call it, of the COVID-19 virus. And so, making sure that we're able to sanitize or actually disinfect our surfaces and our air constantly is obviously of high importance to the safeguarding of every individual, both in hospitals and hospital settings, but also outside. We find that some of the sectors are trying to reopen safely. We find this with the hotel industry. We find it with the airports, etc. as well. To try and reintroduce travel again. So a device like the UBD robot comes in handy quite a bit in these kinds of instances. We're trying to really make sure that we can launch effectively and safely.
This robot has a very special application in healthcare where doctors will be able to conduct virtual consultations with patients or other specialists. Across the world, new robots designs are quickly emerging in an attempt to make spaces safe again. Like this remote-controlled robot, developed by Argentinian robotics firm, is equipped with disinfecting vapor cannon. According to its developers, the robot can sanitize large areas inside and out and may help the country get back to work after lockdown.
As it is, it can be used in a variant of applications from inside of buildings such as this, external shopping centres, churches. It can be operated from 100 metres away currently. That's just because we've chose that as our goals. That could be changed to whatever customer preference. It could go inside of a building and disinfect the inside of different rooms inside of a building while the operator sits in a car outside. And again, that's just because that's what we've chose to do to show what we can do.
NextMed says, while a human can't cover every millimeter of a space that needs sterilization, this robot can and has disinfection rate of more than 99%.
So basically, the UBD robot, if we take it down to its basic functioning, is a preventative device. So it's able to rapidly decontaminate and disinfect areas up to 99.999% autonomously.
Over in Asia, Hong Kong International Airport is deploying 12 cleaning robots which spray disinfectant and clean floors. Those in the industry say a number of applications have been deployed so far, and the following are just a few ways of how AI and automation could solve health challenges.
Samsung used to be the top Android smartphones seller. They were overtaken by Huawei. But Huawei now doesn't have access to Google products. So could this mean the return of Samsung in the Android market? They recently launched their new Galaxy Note 20.
Welcome to the South Africa Galaxy Unpacked 2020, as we enter a new galaxy and experience the power to work and play.
The launch of Samsung's latest Galaxy Note series has had many tongues wagging, with people like this fan singing praises to the Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra.
Oh, I'm a sucker for the Note series anyway, but I think the exciting part was to see the new color range. It was something completely different. They've called it the haze effect, which Samsung says is on trend. It's beautiful, beautiful colors.
Along with the haze color effects that include shades such as Mystic Green and Mystic Bronze, the Galaxy Note 20 series also comes with a new improved low latency S Pen, according to Samsung.
The lightning fast S Pen is now 4 times faster in response rate than the Note 10 was. So that's down to an incredible latency aspect of 9 milliseconds. So literally, as you are writing, the phone is following.
Following the release of their latest smartphone flagship, the P40, Huawei made headlines clinching the #1 spot in smartphone sales. Could the Note 20 series just be the device that Samsung needs to reclaim that top spot?
I think people that love Samsung are going to stick with Samsung, and then you have the Huawei loyalists who are going to stick with Huawei. So those two camps are going to kind of stick with what they know and what they've got. And anyone in between, it's going to be the same decision they've always had to make. Price, and is this Google Huawei issue thing easy to resolve? Are you going to be able to use your phone no problem if you have a Huawei phone? And I've been using a P40 Pro for a couple of weeks, and it's easy to figure out. You find a way around things you think you're missing, and it works perfectly.
In adherence to COVID-19 lockdown regulations, Samsung revealed these devices in a virtual event, but also allowed media to have first-hand experience with the devices at their offices on the same day.
Look at today. Normally I would be on a stage, I'd have you in front of me and I'd be doing my little song and dance and going forward from that. But we've had to find new ways. We've had to find new ways of engaging.
The Note 20 series allows consumers to choose between a 5G supported device and a 4G or LTE network. With that said, the 5G enabled Note 20 costs around 28,000 Rand, while the Ultra version of the device is at about 37,000 Rand. The Note 20 LTE option comes with about a 25,000 Rand price tag.
As we have to go out less, convenience is often at our fingertips. Let's take a look at a new app called Ello app.
My name is Sanele Mhlongo. My business that I run is called Ello app. I went to university and studied for a period of 4 years, and after that I discovered the most challenges that we have is unemployment rates. Yet people have qualifications and are skillful, but it's very difficult to actually find a job, which I was absolutely affected by that. So the idea came at that point that why don't I develop an application that can create job opportunities and give opportunities to those who are disadvantaged to absolutely use this application.
My name is Figa Mtembu. My business is a car wash under Ello app. We just started together and it's exciting. It was a great opportunity for me because I was unemployed, and during COVID times, nobody had access to a car wash. So I saw it as a great opportunity to take advantage of this and wash people's cars at the convenience of their own homes.
Lungelo Ncanan is my name. The name of the company is Pro Hygiene. We basically disinfect and sanitize homes, offices, commercial buildings, cars, anything, you name it. We Pro Hygiene, we disinfect and clean, make sure that we flatten the curve of COVID-19.
We've got our own equipment. That's our JoJo tanks for the water. It's about 260 liters. And we've got our generators. We use our own vehicle and we are able to get to basically anywhere.
We have a home cleaning service, which we are recruiting small businesses who are running a cleaning service where you can request people can come and wash. We have shoe cleaning, we have plumbers, we have electrician, we have painters, and we have private chef and we also have catering as well.
We wanted to basically get more customers, reach out to more people and grow our customer base, because we feel like with the app we're not limited to only people we know. We get a variety of different people who request on the app.
Basically, we're targeting in the suburban areas, people who are keen to go out there and look for services, but they want convenience at their own premises. So that's our target market. And in the target market to say, to recruit people, we are looking at people who are unemployed, people who have businesses and want to run their business to another level. That's our target market when it comes to Ello app.
SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. After the break, we go to Zimbabwe, where we take a look at social media activism over there and how it helped continue the conversation about what happens in the country. But what happens once people are off social media?
Nothing could have prepared us. No one thought what was happening could be true. We didn't realize how much we'd miss each other. Everyone said nothing will be the same. But nothing feels the same either. You're stronger than you know. You've changed. We all have. Your time is now, and together we will get through this.
Make your future count. Leave a legacy. Start today. Demlin Online.
Chucky, pass me the dingus. Chucky!
Sorry, Donnie, which dingus?
That dingus, man.
Is it now the dingus or the dingus?
The dingus. Dankie. Alles.
Ja.
Chucky, stop it.
Sorry, Donnie.
In the trenches of business, it's easy to lose sight of what matters. It's easy to get panicked by bottom lines in tough times. To get bogged down by payroll and cash flow. To worry about what's happening across the border, rather than planning to grow past it. In the trenches of business, it's easy to lose sight of what matters. So partner with the bank that helps you see the bigger picture. The bank with the expertise to help your business grow. To guide your growth, search Nedbank Bigger Picture Business Banking.
Zimbabwean Lives Matter has been a dominant hashtag on social media in the last week. Let's take a look at what this hashtag is all about. For the last few days, people in and outside Zimbabwe have been tweeting the hashtag Zimbabwean Lives Matter. The tweets have been on hardships faced by people in Zimbabwe, the arrest of activists, and accusations of a hard line against the media. In response, Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa appeared on national television and spoke of flushing out opponents.
He talks about, the jurisdiction. I think that word is carefully chosen to say this is my jurisdiction and no one is allowed in here. And he's trying to intimidate and tell everyone that he's not going to be budging. He is standing, by his word that, maybe by the word of President Mugabe that, he's going to keep his Zimbabwe and do as he pleases with it.
People have turned to social media because they say journalists in the country are working under tough conditions.
Profession has been criminalized. As we speak, we have investigative journalist Hopewell Chingono is in remand prison for merely exposing corruption in President Mnangagwa's corrupt and incompetent regime. We also have journalist Mduduzi Matutu. He's in hiding now. They are hunting him down. And in the middle of all this, or in the midst of all this, journalists, the crackdown on journalists is connected to the crackdown on political and civil liberties. As you have political activists, you have civil society activists who are detained, some who are in hiding, some have been arrested and released, some are still facing charges. So it's a broad sweeping repressive wave that Zimbabwe is experiencing under President Mnangagwa's rule.
Such allegations on a massive crackdown on dissenting views are not new. They go back to the rule of President Robert Mugabe. When I asked some Zimbabweans who live in South Africa for their views, a few said they're scared because, as one put it to me, we have a cartel for a ruling party, thugs with no remorse. We would also urge you to be careful when you share social media posts, as some have been sharing a tweet sent out from a fake account saying it's that of the president of Malawi. Let's further this discussion with Lovejoy Mdongwiza now. He is a photojournalist based out in Harare. Hello and thank you very much for joining us, sir. Maybe if you can start by telling us how social media has aided the fight in Zimbabwe.
So looking at social media, I think to a large extent it has helped a lot. It has helped citizens gain their voice in a country where it is very scary for them to just air out their grievances, air out what they have to air out. So what social media has done is it has come as an alternative voice for those who cannot be on the front line, for those who cannot take to the streets to protest. So it's a Protestant movement, it's a Protestant platform for citizens to air out whatever they have to say to the government. You might want to go as far back as 2016 when we had this flag hashtag, this flag movement, which was led by Pastor Ivan Morin. Then you might want to go again 2016, I think around about July, where we had the Tajamuka movement, which was sort of confrontational but on the social media platforms. You fast forward to around 2017 when we had the November coup. People were told to go on the streets via social media. So it played a pivotal role in those protests, in those movements, in those in those times. And then you can also fast forward to January 2019, where demonstrations were organized online for people. They were coordinated online, and people eventually took to the streets.
What is it that social media is able to do in a country where government controls much of traditional media?
So largely, I would say social media has come as an alternative voice. It has given a voice to an oppressed people who do not want, whose government do not want it to be airing their grievances. The citizens risk a situation where if they say what they have to say in person, we end up with abductions, and I'm sure you have seen a lot of these things happening, where people being targeted, those who are speaking out, who are coming out and speaking out. So I think social media to a large extent has given an alternative voice to Zimbabwean citizens.
What do you think the hashtag Zimbabwean Lives Matter has achieved that other hashtags did not achieve in the past?
I think in the past 3-4 years we've had a lot of online media coming to the fore. We've had a lot of online movements coming to the fore as well. And these, to a large extent, have given a voice to those people who want to see change in the country, but they cannot go to state media, they cannot use the government media to bring leaders to account.
Well, Lovejoy Mdongwiza, thank you very much for being a part of our network. And with that, let's take a short break.
It swept through our lives and everything changed. We felt such a sense of loss. But with them, we feel hope. We honor the people that shine light again, the people that keep us safe, the people that take care of our children. They will do what they have always done, protect and serve on the front lines. Many of them have come through our doors. We are proud of each and every one. Lyceum, heroes of tomorrow.
On Trends Travel, we are all about levels, starting up with level 5.
And the whole world went inside and shut their doors. And no one act by people as a whole has felt more like love than this.
This has become our lives. Gloves, masks and hand sanitizers. But it doesn't mean your mask has to be boring.
The Fashion Forward Level 4.
Winter 2021. We're going to be chatting to David Lyle to find out more about his latest collection.
Darling. The Out and About Level 3. Whether it's hiking, a self-drive.
This one is one of the tamed giraffes. It actually likes people. We miss it too.
Or just cycling.
That's it. It's a wrap.
You will get it right here on your home of adventure.
It is SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Use network at sabc.co.za and email. Welcome back. Here's what else took place in the rest of the world in the technology space.
The United States wants to see untrusted Chinese apps removed from U.S. app stores, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said on Wednesday, calling the Chinese-owned short video app TikTok and messenger app WeChat significant threats.
We want to see untrusted Chinese apps removed from U.S. app stores. President Trump has mentioned impending action on TikTok, and for good reason. With parent companies based in China, apps like TikTok, WeChat, and others are significant threats to personal data of American citizens, not to mention tools for CCP content censorship.
Speaking at a news conference, Pompeo said the State Department would work with the Commerce Department and other U.S. government agencies to also limit the ability of Chinese cloud service providers to collect, store, and process data and sensitive information in the United States and now in Singapore. Research at the National University of the country have developed an AI device with a sense of touch that can identify objects and texture.
So if it's a squishy object like a soft tomato, is it overly ripe? These are things that we can train the machine learning algorithms to detect, much like how you would tell whether a fruit is ripe by just simply squeezing it, right? So in the same way, because we have 100 sensors working independently, they can detect the minute vibrations and minute sensations of the surface and transmit that to a machine learning algorithm to interpret. In our case, we use our brain to interpret, but in this case, we use AI to understand these sensors.
T said that the technology is still in the experimental stage and has yet to hit the private market, but there has been tremendous interest, especially from the medical community. And back to the USA.
So you want to learn about reels? Now let me show you how to make a reel using green screen. First, select the smiley face on the left side of the screen. That's the effects icon.
Facebook rolled out its own version of social media rival TikTok in the United States and more than 50 other countries on Wednesday, embedding a new short video form service called Reels as a feature within its popular Instagram app. The debut comes days after Microsoft said it was in talks to acquire TikTok's US operations from China's ByteDance. ByteDance has agreed to divest parts of TikTok, sources have said, under pressure from the White House, which has threatened to ban it and other Chinese-owned apps over data security concerns. Similar to TikTok, Reels users can record short mobile-friendly vertical videos, then add special effects and soundtracks pulled from a music library. Those similarities led TikTok chief executive Kevin Mayer to call Reels a copycat product that could coast on Instagram's enormous existing user base after their other copycat Lasso failed quickly.
TikTok has been facing problems in America, and Microsoft has mentioned that they are thinking of buying TikTok. While on the other hand, TikTok CEO has accused Mark Zuckerberg's owned Facebook of plagiarism without expanding on that. But there are rumors that Facebook is launching a site that is quite similar to TikTok. TikTok has been doing really well during this pandemic, and as countries have been on lockdown, people have been sharing videos of themselves doing all kinds of things on TikTok. This week, our Twitter poll is asking you what your favorite social network is. Only 8% of you say you really like TikTok. In the vast majority is 63% who say they like Twitter. Maybe it's because this poll was done on Twitter itself. In last position is 7% of you who say you like Instagram. And 21% of you say you like WhatsApp. It is SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. News Network at sabc.co.za on email. From me, Pumela Zondi and the rest of the team, have a good one. Stay home and stay safe. Good night.
Violent protests have rocked Cape Town for the past 2